Hey wild ones, I'm Lucy, and this is Pussy Powered. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 ways you can rekindle the romance and spice up your relationship. Newness and adventure and mystery and intrigue are parts of almost every new relationship. You feel like you have so much to learn about your partner, but over time, things get you fall into your rhythm and your routines, and you expect certain things from each other, and you have this dynamic that you've come to expect. And along with that can come a lot of assumptions, a lot of resentments, a lot of judgments, a lot of expectations, and we can become really close-minded as to who our partner is and what they want and what they're capable of and what we can experience with them. In our marriage of almost 14 years and after having 4 kids, my husband and I have most definitely reinvented not only our sex lives but our entire relationship time and time again. As dynamic human beings that are always evolving and changing and hopefully expanding and growing, what worked then may not work now. In fact, it probably doesn't. So if you find yourself in kind of a rut or just a little bit bored or wanting to switch things up in your relationship, here are 5 ways you can rekindle that spark. The very first thing I suggest is consistent self-care and self-love rituals. The reason for this is because as we more fully embrace and love and celebrate ourselves, our capacity to receive love from our partners also grows, and our capacity to give love. Also along with that, our capacity to receive and give pleasure. Consistent self-care and practicing self-love over time creates these massive shifts in how you see and experience yourself. And guess what? If you're feeling super lit up and excited and passionate and loving who you are, imagine how you're going to show up in your relationship. Now, I personally am a huge advocate of self-discovery, self-exploration, and self-pleasuring, and of course, all other kinds of self-care and self-love, but specifically for those pussy and sexual empowerment related ways to show yourself love, be sure to check out my playlist titled Pussy Love, as well as my playlist titled Sexual Healing. The second way to rekindle that spark is to write little love notes. Now, as mundane and insignificant as that might seem, it really does make a big difference. And it doesn't have to be a long, extravagant love letter. Something as simple as, I had a great time snuggling with you on the couch last night when we were watching Game of Thrones, or I can't wait to do that thing with you later. Whatever it is, make sure that it is authentic and legit. Don't make up some fluffy bullshit, because your partner is gonna read through that shit. Reach for the best feeling thought that you have about your partner, the most exciting thought, the most provocative thought, whatever it is that you want to communicate with him or her. I feel it's also important to mention that when you begin giving these little notes, don't expect them in return. If you don't get them back, or if you don't get them back as often as you think you should be getting them, then you're gonna start to experience some resentment between you and your partner, which kind of defeats the purpose of this whole idea. Although really, if you do notice some resentments creeping in, that would be an excellent opportunity to communicate that with your partner and work through those issues together. Side thought. The third way is to create a nightly or daily ritual to reconnect. Be intentional about when you're going to connect with your partner. Don't leave it to chance for whenever you happen to have extra time or everything around the house happens to be done and none of the kids need anything from you. Daytime, nighttime, as long as you are communicating clearly with your partner that this is a time that you want to spend just with him or her to share thoughts, feelings, fears, desires, or simply to just sit together. You probably already have some kind of a daily ritual in your relationship without even realizing it. Maybe it's Netflix and chill. Maybe it's eating dinner late after the kids go to bed. Maybe you sit around folding laundry. I don't know what you do at the end of the day or during the day when you may have these pockets of time together, but being more intentional about actually connecting with each other is very different than simply happening to be together. And I'm telling you, this is a complete game changer. Fourth, try seeing your partner through the eyes of a stranger. There are so many different possibilities for how to do this, but one of my favorite ways is imagining what a woman who is seeing my husband for the first time might be thinking about him, what she might be wondering about him, what she might be attracted to about him. Bringing back some of that mystery and intrigue that was there at the beginning of the relationship. And even if you are completely different people than you were when you first got married or when you first met, imagining yourself as a stranger, meeting your partner for the first time today can be really exciting and sexy. The fifth and final way is a change of scenery and special dates. Exploring new places together, getting out in nature in new spots that you haven't been to if you're nature lovers, going on new adventures together, having a night away or a weekend away, getting creative with your in-home date nights, taking advantage of the nature, the scenery around you to create a special experience for yourselves. And a change of scenery can most definitely include a change of scenery in the bedroom, exploring fantasies, role play, BDSM, new sexual curiosities, which can really be exciting and also bring you so much closer together, because there is nothing more vulnerable or intimate to me than sharing my sexual desires and curiosities and potential rejection with my husband and vice versa. So there you have it, wild ones. 5 ways to rekindle the romance and spice up your relationship. Please comment below and let me know what you think. Which of these have you tried? Or which of these will you try next? And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos like this one on women's sexual empowerment and pussy love, and stay tuned for more. In the meantime, here's to your unleashing for a pussy-powered life.